every single successful seller that I have met in the last 3 years has actually shown the opposite of that theory. You'll see bigger spikes in your income when you focus more on, and it was the biggest hurdle for me to get over that mind block that said, I can't do that. Honestly, that claim could not be further from the truth. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are celebrating 3 years on Teachers Pay Teachers. We have come such a long way since the summer of 2022, and I wanted to sit down and share the top 3 things that I have learned in the past 3 years. And I'm gonna mute that because that was a sale being made in the middle of this video. But if you followed my journey since the very beginning, you know that I have documented everything since month number 1 all the way through now to 3 years selling on this platform. If you are also celebrating a milestone on Teachers Pay Teachers, whatever it is, cheers to you as well. But I did want to sit down today and discuss the biggest 3 takeaways I've learned in the last 3 years. If this is your first time finding my channel, welcome. My name is Kristen. I am a classroom and online teacher, and of course a TpT seller. I have been selling, as you now know, for the last 3 years. If you enjoy content in the education space as well as other Teachers Pay Teachers videos, be sure to let me know by giving this one a big thumbs up and click that little red subscription button and the bell to be notified each and every time we post a new video here on this channel. Also, make sure you stick around until the end of the video. I'm going to be putting my 3 bonus tips that have helped me in my first 3 years of making resources on the platform. Now, before we jump into these, please know that these are my opinions and my experience. You are free to agree or disagree however you would like. If there's something you want to elaborate on or start a conversation, go ahead and let me know down below in the comment section. In no particular order, here are the honest 3 things that I have learned in the last 3 years on Teachers Pay Teachers. Number 1, it is anything but passive. When I got started, I don't know about you guys, but all I would hear online, whether it was social media, YouTube, or podcasts, was how Teachers Pay Teachers was an amazing passive form of income. All you had to do was make a few things and you would be rolling in money and it would be great and everything would be wonderful. First and foremost, every successful seller I have met in the past 3 years, particularly at conferences or at talkbacks or online in groups and forums, they treat it as anything but passive. The friends I made in the Teachers Pay Teachers conference in the last 2 years, they were up early, hours before our sessions. They would get up and work out. They would get email lists and blogs and lesson plans and product lines. Essentially, they treated it like a full-time job, anything but passive. So now when I hear people say, oh, check out TpT, or they try to sell you something in the realm of, hey, it's gonna be totally passive, I kind of take a step back and have to respectfully disagree. I am not saying that courses are not helpful. I'm not saying that at all. I got help in a lot of different ways getting started in this particular business. But when somebody tells me, yeah, it's gonna be really great passive income, I'm not saying you can't make good income on TpT, but to have the idea that it's going to be passive or something that you don't have to worry about, like set it and forget it, at least in the first 3 years, that could not be further from the truth. Let me know your thoughts on that one in particular. I'm actually going to extend on that and say that really nothing I have done in the online space has been passive. From teaching on OutSchool, ESL, YouTube channels, TpT, everything, at least in the first few years in my experience, I am putting in the time, the effort, continuing to learn, and not really letting it go in a passive way. Lesson number 2, your success on Teachers Pay Teachers is not linear, and it is never going to be linear. It's going to look kind of like a roller coaster depending on what time of year it is and what you're making in your store. I kind of had it in my head that as I kept making products, it would just do this. Up and up and up and up and up and up. And while the trajectory as a whole has gone up, it has never been linear. There will always be some months that do better for me, and there will always be months that are less than desired. And that's okay. Maybe as time goes on, that will change. But for right now, as in most things in life, it is not linear. It really is a long form game, and it's a lot of trial and error, figuring things out, and just being patient. A quick pause to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Skillshare. I do not know about you guys, but when I went to school for education, the last thing I was learning about was running businesses, graphic design, coding, all of those fun tech things that I never knew coming out of my 4-year program, and that is where Skillshare came into play. There were a lot of things, even in TpT world, that I really didn't know. For example, I always use Pinterest to design my home or pick out outfits. I never knew how to put together boards or make eye-catching pins. I didn't know the best ways to run a blog or to start an email list. Right now, Skillshare is offering a free trial sign up for anybody who has yet to try out their platform. It is risk-free. Click the link down below in the description box. See what they have to offer. You can actually go through the courses and highlight or heart them if you don't have time to learn now. That is honestly what I did when I got started because I just felt very overwhelmed. There was so much I needed to learn, and I felt like I had to just be go, go, go learning everything. But with the ability to highlight or heart different courses, I could take learning at my own pace, learning one thing at a time. Once again, click that link down below and try Skillshare out for yourself today. Lesson number 3, your style and interests are going to change over time. When I got started on Teachers Pay Teachers, I was making a lot of like student labels and classroom decor. I don't make that stuff anymore. I have evolved. The things I like to make, my style in which I present it has all changed. And that's okay. My tip to any beginning seller is to just get started. You will change and evolve over time. You may also see that one of the things you make sells better than the other things you make, and you might want to capitalize on your best sellers. That's just great business practice. So if I want to recap the top 3 things, and yes, I did write them down, so I would stay right to the point. Number 1, TpT, at least in the first 3 years, has been anything but passive. If you do want to see, I have an income report comparing 2022, 2023, and 2024, so you can see the growth over time, but in none of those years has it been passive. Not even a little bit. Number 2, it is not linear, and it is never going to be. Unless there's something that I'm missing that's going to be coming in the next 4 to 5 years. There's always going to be peaks and valleys, good times and bad times in your TpT store, and your style and interests are going to change over time. And if you've made it this far into the video, I do want to share my top 3 bonus tips. Number 1, do not be afraid to make big bundles. This was something I had to really get over. I would always think to myself, no one's going to spend that much money. Nobody needs that many resources from you. But as I've learned in the last 3 years, I am not my ideal buyer. What teachers need from me might be a large amount of resources. So take it from me, do not be afraid to bundle big amounts of resources as long as they work together and they're cohesive. Don't just throw a bunch of things together for the sake of having a big bundle, but also keep open-minded and know that you might not be your ideal buyer. Tip number 2 is to follow your data. I said in a past video that you guys should date your dashboard. Sit down and look and see what sold the best in the last year. What sold the best in the last season? What's your best seasonal resource? What's your best back-to-school resource? And can you expand on your best sellers? Could they become product lines? Could they be bigger bundles? Look at your data and let it lead you through making new products and proceeding throughout your business. And bonus tip number 3, and this one took me a long time to realize, and it is no one is going to care about your Teachers Pay Teachers store more than you are. When I got started, I told everyone about it. It was 100% part of my 800 personalities, and it took me a very long time to realize that no one is going to care about it as much as me. So what I do is I write down all the nerdy things that I really like, and I'll share them in Facebook groups, on Instagram, or at the TpT conference every single summer. But just because they aren't as interested, I do know that family and friends want to be supportive, but are they going to be as interested in what sold, what went into that product line, and how that bundle is going? Probably not. But those are my 3 tips, as well as the top 3 things I have learned in my TpT journey so far. Let me know what things you have learned on your journey down below. Once again, in this video, a huge thumbs up. Check out Skillshare for free down below in the description box, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.